Alright, what is up YouTube fam? Welcome to another Dropping Bombs video. My name is Corey Baumeister, and we're going to be playing some more Modern as we prepare for SCG Dallas. And Azorius Hammer is not a deck that I was really had on my radar since the Lurrus ban. I figured this was something that lost a lot instead of gaining a bunch. And while that is true, we don't have a ton of things we're adding. We have, a total of 5 cards that wouldn't work with Lurrus that we'll get to a little bit later. That's not the biggest deal, but they are pretty meaningful cards. So let's just start talking about the deck as broad strokes. Our whole plan is to get Sigarda's Aid in play or Pure Steel Paladin, and then drop a Colossus Hammer, equip it, and deal an absurd amount of damage out of nowhere. So that's always the plan that you want to be doing. You have a bunch of early cards to crank out the Metalcraft that you need for Pure Steel Paladin. And then we also just get to play some incredible magic cards like Esper Sentinel and Stoneforge Mystic that are just great utility creatures. And Esper Sentinel especially is just a very good card right now. It's just a really tricky one to deal with. One of my favorites right now. So I wanted to give this deck another look. This list was brought to us by someone who took second at this last Modern Challenge. Sorry, I don't have their name loaded up. Apologies to whoever's deck this is. But it looked really good, and I mostly really liked it because of the sideboard. I look at the sideboard, and I see a matchup that just sticks out to me as I am prepared for this matchup, and it's Living End. Living End right now is really on the rise. I think it's an extremely powerful deck, and overall a very bad matchup for this deck. This deck is like, okay, I have decent matchups against other decks. I need to be prepared for Living End, and that's what this deck is, and I think it's going to be quite strong. Other cards in the main, we get to play 6 0-drops, Memnite, Ornithopter, split 3 apiece. One of the greatest cards we get to play is in our mana pile, and that is Urza's Saga. Absolutely incredible. It's the best Urza Saga deck out there. Maybe next to some Urza piles, but they're exactly that. They're not that good. We got a couple Steel Shaper's Gift, which I normally don't love this card, but going to get some of your silver bullets like the Reality Chip, which is incredible. One of the swords, Nettlecyst, Coldra Complete. But mainly getting Colossus Hammer. But it is a very versatile card. It just takes up time. A 1-mana cantrip essentially is what you can look at this card as. Then we got 1 Core Outfitter as just a 9th way to equip Colossus Hammer. And then Reality Chip. This is really the new one here that is just incredible. This was Sigarda's Aid. You could just get to go off with your library, similar to Experimental Frenzy. Gonna be a card we search for a lot in a lot of grindy matchups, and it's one of my favorite cards, so I'm excited for it. Then we got our silver bullets up here. Now we look at the sideboard here. We got Sanctifier and Vex for Death Shadow, Dredge, any kind of graveyard synergy deck, or just red deck. If we play against mono red deck, we're gonna bring this in. March for creatures. Artifacts or enchantments obviously is what the whole card does, but it's really just another piece of removal that we want. Rest in Peace for graveyard. Hushbringer. I don't really know what Hushbringer is truly for. I guess it's really good against Money Pile. Yeah, just all the Solitudes, stuff like that. Yeah, okay, it's definitely for Solitude. That would make sense. Spell Pierce for a lot of decks, Living End being one of them. Blue-White Control, any of those things. Meddling Mage is a nice one. So Linvala was another card that played a similar role, but I think this card just does it a little bit better. You just get to name Living End against the deck, or, name Crashing Footfalls. It's a card that'll come in a decent amount against just tricky to deal with cards. Teferi for Cascade decks. Also, just Teferi on the play is a pretty good card sometimes. Sometimes you can crank it out on turn 2 with a drum and an Ornithopter, and that ends up being pretty powerful. And then we have 1 Needle and 1 Lantern, which are Urza Saga targets. So Chapter 3 can fetch up either one of them. Another card for Living End. And then Pithing Needle for any kind of Planeswalkers, stuff like that. You can even get people with fetch lands every once in a while, which is pretty spicy. So let's drop the hammer. All right, so we won the die roll, so we're going to be on the play. And I think this seems fine. We don't have the payoffs quite yet, but we do get to play 3 things on turn 1 into a Paladin, where if we do find an artifact, it's going to be quite strong. Our opponent is playing a Kahira. I'm going to keep. This could be Elementals, could be Blue-White Control. If it's Blue-White Control, the Esper Sentinel is going to be amazing. It'll at least replace itself. So blue-white, do we really need it yet? Not really. So let's go like this. Let's go like this. And no real point in playing Ornithopter yet. So yeah, we'll hold off on that one. Okay, probably blue-white control. Wow, that was a good draw. Okay, so we are going to be attacking. And, I mean, honestly, I think we can just go get a hammer because next turn we can just strap it up and hit for a lot of damage, depending on what they do. And they got to do something big. All right, so here they come. All right, we might as well get Hollowed Fountain here, just in case we top deck Reality Chip. That's really the only card, but still. For sure, Mystic. Hopefully they don't have the Spell Snare. That card has been seeing a rise in popularity, so it's not catch-all, be-all by any means. So I could get, like, Cauldron Complete to hit hard. I could just get a Nettle Cyst, or I just get Hammer to try to strap it up. I think we just get the Hammer. Then I will play this time, and we'll say go. All right, next turn we can go Paladin Hammer. Equip. Attack for a lot. Chalice on 1, huh? Okay, well, it's not going to work as good, but it still works with this, actually. So I can still... Oh, Sigarda's Aid gets countered. Well, we can play this whenever it enters the battlefield. So actually, I can't play these and expect a good result. But we can flash it in with this. Yeah, that was a bit of a tilter draw then. Here they come. So now if we top deck a land, we would have lethal. Because we could animate the Nexus, flash this in, equip. But we'll see what they do. Okay. Well. I am going to try to flash in this hammer. Okay. Seems like they wanted to do that, but whatever. Okay, if that's the case and I can't actually equip, maybe I just want Shadow Sphere here. Chalice is very good against us. And honestly, this is one of the things that we're going to expect. Chalice of the Void is very good against these Living End decks. So we're going to be expecting this a decent amount more. So yeah, let's go like this. Don't feel great about this game now, I'll tell you that. Really needed that Paladin. And draw 2. I would like to draw a card, thank you. Great. Great. Blue-white control is another one I'm kind of considering. Could be a decent deck. Chalice is just really good right now. Chalice on 2? Well, that's basically my whole deck. So I guess I have to win with these cards. That's one way to counter my things, is just play 2 Chalices and then Wrath me. Pretty spicy. Yeah, I mean, if I top deck Cauldron Complete or something, then I can really go off. But otherwise, flashing in these things don't really matter. Okay. Can get a poison damage in as well. Why not? Here they come. Would you like to pay 2? Okay. So that will stop my attacks. Except with this. Alright, now we'll just re-equip. So they can't gain any life on us. That would be the very opposite of ideal situation. And we'll put it on the Ornithopter. Alright, we'll say go. Might be a verdict time. Verdict would be really good. Okay. So I can still play 0 drops, luckily. Now let's equip this, and might as well get 2 poison in. And we'll say go. Yeah, we don't have anything that we can really play, like a Sword of Fire and Ice or something. I guess we do have some 3 drops. There's Sword of Fire and Ice, Nettle Cyst. Like, there's options. 0 drops still, but those chalices do prevent a lot of things. Alright. Like that. Okay, what's the faster clock? I mean, it's gotta be... This is a 3-turn clock, or this is a... Yeah, okay. We'll equip the Ornithopter. Maybe we can stop them from using that Tarn as well. Yikes. Okay. Okay, that's gonna be bad. Yep. Yeah, I don't think we can win this game. Bad start. Just double chalice got us good. So yeah, that's... Well, guess if I top deck Sword of Fire and Ice. Yeah, okay. Sword of Fire and Ice would be lethal. Or Nettle Cyst for that. Okay. I think that's our only outs. Sword, Nettle Cyst. That would only be +2, actually. Yeah, so it's only sword. That's alright, might as well just do it. Okay, now we're probably dead. Sword of Fire and Ice. Okay. Now we can get Cauldron complete as well. So not the worst. I'll take it. Not that. We can pester a Planeswalker. Don't think face is the place anymore. We honestly just hope they use a removal spell on this and then we top deck. Yeah, not a great start, I'll tell you that. Not a great start. The second chalice was just annoying, but honestly the first one kind of cleaned up most of us up anyways. Okay. Take 7. I have a feeling we're not drawing live with what they probably have in hand. This is good old blue-white control. I believe Raja Suleiman, I believe is his name. He did really well at the NRG with a sick list. I think that's what we're up against. And the list looks cool. It's something I'm considering. It is definitely something I'm considering. Okay, so I think we want Spell Pierce. Teferi seems okay. March? Yeah, March for Chalices seems good. Alright. I don't think we need Ornithopters if we're going to trim some stuff. Don't really need the Shadow Sphere. Everything else is pretty good. So we just kind of take out the weaker cards. Otherwise, you're just a very clear engine deck. Like, you can't take out a lot of your pieces because you just do one thing. But being able to play Teferi and prevent any shenanigans, I think is still worth it. That's the only card I'm kind of questioning. Is like, do we only want that against Cascade decks? Or do we just want it against Control? And I think we want it against Control as well. Pretty medium hand, but I think I can actually get Reality Chip with this one, and it's not bad. We're going to try it. I don't know if this is the best plan, but... yeah, I think I'm going to get the chip. Alright, then we'll say go. So, let's place the Gardazaid. Let's get this into play. Equip Chip. Oh, I could do this with Flash, I guess, huh? Well, that's okay. Okay. That's okay. Alright. Means next turn we're not really gonna do much, but... there's a Chalice. Exciting. Alright, we got a Drum on top. We definitely don't want that. Okay. So we can animate. We can't even equip. Yeah, this is not looking good. Maybe we had to mulligan this one, to be honest. It wasn't very powerful. I was just hoping Chip would kind of do some stuff, but their removal is just so clean. Alright. Well, we're on a plan now. The old Ink Moth beats. Stoneforge or something would still be good. March. Not bad eventually. We're still on the same game plan, but... We can march for 0. No, that'd be a 1-drop. So, yep, we'll just attack. 2 more poison for you. 1 more poison for you. Yep. This doesn't feel like a great matchup. I'll tell you what. Well, we can go March now for 1. And then play Esper Sentinel. Okay, here's that. Okay, well, then we got a plan. Not a good one. Yeah, this was a beating. This was a beating so far. That's a clock. That would be game if we didn't have this Chalice in play. It's frustrating. Yeah, I'm still gonna do this because maybe we can top deck a sword or something, but not a solid chance we're gonna win this one. Okay. Yep, your go. Chalice is annoying. I mean, if Chalice is like everywhere, which it truly does seem like it is these days, you know, and Chalice wrecks us this badly, maybe this is something we can't play. Who knows? There's a Teferi. I do want to cast a Teferi, though. Playing blue-white might be kind of fun. Maybe that'll be our next video. Paladin. Yeah, we can't win. GG. Let's play another. All right, so we're on the draw. Hand is pretty weak, just with two Sigarda's aid. Oh, we're up against Kahira. I'm going to try it. I think it's on the lower end of the keep, but let's give it a shot. All right, Kahira with an Abzan Triome, eh? Okay. Yeah, I think we can start with Drum. Sigarda's Aid's not really going to do anything next turn no matter what. And if we get a 0-drop, we could actually play Nettlecyst, so that's a good reason. Okay. So technically, that's the win next turn? Yeah. Alright. Play Sigarda's Aid. Then we'll play this. And we'll say go. Now we can technically go for the win next turn. That's pretty nice. Animate Inkmoth, Colossus Hammer it up. But they are playing, I'm guessing, some controlling elements. Come on, Risen Reef, and then don't have Solitude. We don't really know what our opponent is playing still. Very strange so far. All the colors. Niv Mizzet? Is Niv Mizzet somehow one of these creature types? Maybe. Okay. Well, I don't think I want to go for it in the face of this. I just want to make sure. Yeah, I can play this at instant speed, so I think I'm going to do that. Then it's basically bait, you know. Hope they counter it in some way. Endurance. Okay. So this is just an elemental list, I would imagine. Now, this Nettle Cyst is only going to be a 2/2, so we can't ambush back. I mean, technically we could and hammer it up. So maybe we will. That is really a nice way to force the action. Yeah, I think we will do this actually, because we can go animate Inkmoth and then cast Core Outfitter and win the game. Harbinger. Okay. Yeah, so they can go get... they have to reveal it, so it could get like Solitude or something. Yeah, nice. Okay, we might be able to get them if they attack with this Endurance. Ooh, tricky, tricky. Tricky, tricky. Okay, well, here's a Nettle Cyst. So I could try to hammer this up. Doesn't seem good, though. Ooh. That's interesting. Alright, I think I am going to go for some things, though. It's tough. Because if I want to play Sword... Alright. Let's animate Inkmoth. Let's declare attacks. See how they block. Okay, now Colossus Hammer to try to save this Inkmoth. Yes. And we will also... I think I also want to animate this for some extra damage. Solitude away. Okay. Yeah, now they could just hard cast Solitude if that's what they're vibing with. So they got another Reef. This is scary. This is definitely scary. Fury. Yeah, we're dead. We are dead. Yep. Beat downs. Alright, I think I have to make this play. I'm going to animate Inkmoth. Then I'm going to declare with this and just try to play this sword. And that still should probably force the ant action a little bit because I can, you know, kill a Risen Reef, draw a card. And it's a decent chunk of poison. So we'll see how much they want it. They want it. And now we just hope to try to win the game next turn and hope they have no more action. It's a lot of hopes. Lots of hope to be had. Yeah, I think they can find the line there. We'll give them the benefit of the doubt. All right, definitely bringing in our Hushbringer. Teferi seems okay. They have a lot of flash elementals that are tricky to deal with. Cauldron Complete doesn't seem too great to me, but maybe we're not supposed to take out these type of cards. The one-ofs. I think we can cut on Drum, trim on Ornithopter. Esper Sentinel is probably pretty bad. That's probably the card. They just don't play non-creatures. So I could play March. Nah, I think we just leave in our stuff and just take out Esper Sentinel. Yeah, we'll just leave him one more. Not a good card. Just a one-man artifact against them. Maybe they have some other stuff that they play. Maybe some chalices or something, but overall it doesn't seem amazing. Okay. I would like to play first, and we'd like to win a game. We would like to win a game, please. Okay, there's that one Esper Sentinel. But I think this hand is good enough, even as a one-lander. I'm going to try it. If we get a second land, this hand is just unbelievable, and it's already functional at 1. Alright, so let's get that Hallowed Fountain. Drum. Memnite. White. Sigarda's Aid, because then if we top deck a land, we can attack for 11. Seems fine. Okay, well, now we can wait a little bit and try to win the game. Alright, I guess I'm in for that. Now they have to be on guard. Because they can lose the game at any time. They could have a Lights Out Fury next turn, though. I didn't really think of that as I was doing this. Fury is pretty good against us. There's a lot less Furies going around right now. You know, they're really focusing on Solitudes. But they are still around. And it would be good. Because if we don't top deck a land, we just do literally nothing. Okay. Damn. Damn. We're getting wrecked. Nice. Pass the turn. Yikes. If we can top deck a white source, we have a pretty good line of just Paladin say go. And then we can just play multiple hammers, draw and redraw cards. Okay. I mean, now I can just go for it, right? Why not? Why not? Here we go. Yep. Had to expect that. I don't really care about the ephemerate. Not going to be playing anything else. It is brutal now that we don't have a land for Saga, so we might regret this decision. Just being able to make 2 constructs would be pretty strong, but if they did have Solitude Ephemerate, that plan doesn't work that well anyways. There's Omnathington. All right, we need a good draw. Okay, that was really good actually. Wow. Okay. So yeah, now I just make the construct. Yeah, well, that's really the only choice I have, but that's still good. It is going to be a 1, 2, 3, a 3, 3. I could make it a 4, 14, 14. Not bad. Yeah, this game's looking not bad. Okay. But how are they going to draw that card? I think we might have it. And we have it on board. Because you get a hammer with this. Solitude. They could have Ephemerate. Ephemerate's the card we're afraid of. But we can get an Ephemerate check at end step. Okay, I mean, we can do it now. Then they can't have Ephemerate. They can have another Solitude, I guess. So, I guess let's block. And I could play a hammer. Yeah, why not? There's a 14, 14. So now I draw a card. And I think I just tap this to animate this. And go get another hammer. Or I get a Shadow Sphere. And then I equip the hammer we already have here. That's actually better. Okay. Now I have 2 just very dangerous threats. So let's put this here. Yes. Now we will Paladin. Okay. All right. On the board. On the board. Let us go. Okay, not many things I really want to change, except, you know what? 1 per Sentinel, a Meddling Mage instead would be better. Just name Solitude. That's like the main card. Yeah, we'll go with that. This deck is fun. This is fun. A lot of in-depth lines. A one-lander, but it's the same kind of situation. It's a pretty good one-lander. Doesn't have Sigarda's Aid, which is the big thing, but I'm still going to keep. We don't have a 1-drop we can cast. Harbinger, probably for the Reef. The Reef, the Reef, the Reef is on fire. Okay. Yeah, games look a lot different when there ever isn't Reef, I'll tell you that. And there's not much we can do about it. Okay. So, which land do we want to start with? Probably still this. Go like this. We got a Memnite. And we don't want to overdo our threats because of Fury. So, yeah. Let's do this. And say go. This does look like it could be a turn 3 win. Like if they play Risen Reef, we just go for it. Okay. Hello. Could go Paladin and Hammer. Could do that. Kind of force him to have something now. Kind of like it. Guess I can only Paladin and equip. So if I go Paladin, and then I go Hammer, then I can re-equip it to Memnite, but I can't attack. And then next turn I can try to win with Inkmoth, but if they kill Paladin with like Solitude, you know what? I would rather them use Solitude this turn. So, I think I'm in. Paladin. Hammer. Draw. Now I get to equip for 0, and it's just which one do I want to equip to? If I equip it here, it can't get Furied, but if it gets Solituded, then I'm left with nothing. And if I equip it here, they could Fury this, and then I'm left with just a Memnite. It's probably safer to equip this. Guess I got punished by not having an Ornithopter in play. I could have totally attacked. Yeah, tilt. And that's another thing. I could put it on an Ornithopter. Let's put it here for now. Could put it onto this Ornithopter then. I think I just want to protect the bigger card, though. So, yeah, let's leave it like this. But, yeah, I could have attacked if I had Ornithopter in play for 10, and then, like, okay, then I'm threatening lethal in a lot of ways. Okay. Solitude on top. Didn't ephemerate again. They could have just put 2 Solitudes on top. So now they drew Solitude. They have a Risen Reef. And now Solitude's going to pick off our biggest creature and leave us kind of with nothing. So I guess I need a Sigarda's Aid to go for the win. Yeah, maybe we played wrong again. This is a tough deck to play. Okay. I guess that doesn't do it for us, does it? But it does allow us to start reality chipping. Chipping away. Alright, let's try it. So here's a Sigarda's Aid. Blue. Reality chip. Would like to equip this here. Yes. Players of Saga. It's going to be all we can do. We could attack. But that doesn't seem great. So, we'll just do that. We'll say go. Hope to win next turn. Now we got a lot of hammers. This deck's cool, though. We did not play optimally, but we're still definitely in this. Okay, that's the sick combo where they can just go get another Solitude or a Fury. They could get a Fury and draw it, but then we gift. Ah, because of our tapped land, it's gonna get us. Yeah, we're not going to be able to... If they do indeed Fury, we would not be able to kill them next turn. Because of stupid Seacrum Coast. Omnathington, okay. So they drew an Omnath. Is this another Reef? Okay. So they have Omnath in hand, and unless it is... Because now this land is untapped. So unless that other card is Solitude, then they're dead, right? So yeah, we animate. Sigarda's gift for a hammer. Yeah, all right. Hammer. Here they come. Hammer time. There you go. Bang! We did it! We did it! Alright, stay tuned for our next round. Alright, everyone, third and final round here. And before we get started, remember, if you want to get some more deck lists, sideboard guide, and just up your game in general, I have a link below to my Patreon. I got SCG Dallas coming out this weekend if you're watching this video right when it comes out. So I'll have a sideboard guide of whatever deck I end up playing. We'll see. It could be this deck, but we're still practicing. But if that interests you, check out that link below. Appreciate it, y'all. All right. Well, this is a bit of a risky one, but it is a good hand. We got 2 draw steps out of land, and then this is a great hand. I'm going to try it. I could see this being a mulligan, but I really want to test the limits of this deck to see what kind of hands you can keep. And that means keeping the questionable ones and then seeing how they work. And they might work poorly. We're going to find out. All right, looks like a Murktide. Okay, awful draw. Just straight awful. Let's go like this. Let's go like this, and we'll say go. It's like I think we have to block, but maybe we don't. I kind of need this creature. If we block and then they kill Memnite, we're dead. The game's over, so I'm not going to block. Dang it, they hit our land too. They hit a very good land. Seachrome Coast would have been insane. Okay, no land for them. Land, please. Dang it. All right. Well, I think we just play Reality Chip, but we can play it off this. The realityest of the chips. Okay, we know we're going to draw a land. But not a very good one for what it's worth. Now let's just say go. I think we can attack with Esper Sentinel. The old Ambush Viper, huh? Okay. That's pretty good. This looks like the Jeskai control list that we were playing yesterday. Oh, they did get it. Dang it. Okay, so we can get another drum with this. So we actually are going to have a lot of mana. So we might be able to equip Chip. We could have a really good turn. So let's draw. Let's see what's on top. Not that it really matters because we're going to be turning this sideways. But let's do this. Float mana. And now, if we get Hammer, we'd need to top deck white mana to be able to do something. I think we just have to get Drum for that reason then. Yeah. Okay, so... white. Paladin. Let's equip to Ornithopter. Play an Ornithopter. Can't do anything about that. Tilt. But we can play a land, and suppose that's it. Okay. Now we'll say go. Sword on top is okay. Nothing amazing. But we got the chip going. So they have to deal with that. They got to be scared of this. They got to be afraid of this even. So there's some scary stuff for them going on. This does just look like probably just Murktide. Just a more Izzet style controlling deck. What do we got here? 2 blue. Okay. That's no big deal. No big deal. All right, we got a land. Another land on top. So we can just play sword, equip it, get in some damage, see what we draw. Maybe we draw a hammer and we really go nuts again. So let's do this. Draw. Yes, please. Here's a Memnite. A land on top. But we're going to draw cards again. So let's equip. All right. Yeah, they were in trouble. They were in trouble. All right, that was awesome. That was awesome. Okay, so now Ragavan stuff. Could do this. That card's not that good. Rest in Peace is not that good. Hushbringer's not that good. I can't imagine this is like an awful matchup for us, so I don't think we want to change too much. Like, Esper Sentinel's insane against them. Ornithopter's the only card that's not great, and I think Teferi is pretty solid. So, other than that, I'm keeping my deck the same. Like, nothing else really jumps out of the page to me. The only thing I could consider is March, but I'm not too worried about it. Yeah, let's do it. All right, this deck has been sweet. I can see myself playing this deck at SCG. We got beat by blue-white. We got beat by blue-white bad, but we've been redeeming ourselves so far. I'll do some more testing with this. I don't know what I'm going to bring you tomorrow. Maybe it'll be blue-white. The Raja list, I think, is really good. And I think that's worth checking out. There's also a spicy combo deck that I've been hearing is good that I might bring you as well. But needless to say, you'll have another video tomorrow. I'm trying to do it every day, so thank you all for watching. And if you ever want to rent any of these decks, I got a Mana Traders link below with promo code CoreyB if you want to check it out. Okay, I think we can keep. Give it a shot at least. Not a great draw there, I'll tell you that. All right, here's this. Now I can play Hammer and then try to core outfit it up next turn. All right, I'm in. Let's hope for the best. To kill the Memnite or not, I'm guessing. Yep. Okay. Yeah, all our 2-drops are very good, so it makes sense that they don't want to play anything into it. So now, do we want to go with the core outfitter or just go with the paladin? I think the outfitter is more expendable. So let's go with that, see if it resolves. Not sure what we would even equip. Probably still just Ornithopter, but I don't think it's going to resolve. But yeah, might as well go for a 2-turn clock. Why not? Turn 3 kill. Let's drop it. Okay. I would like to use this, but it didn't do anything. How come? Just kidding. All right, so now we'll say go. Next turn, we don't have a great play, realistically. Even if we draw, like, a hammer, we won't be able to actually equip. Because we don't have enough artifacts for pure steel. Could just play sword, though. All right, here's a big old Murktide, it looks like. Which is for sure scary. That's just good right now. There's 4 cards in that graveyard. It's weird they do 6. It lowers their clock by 1. So I could play Paladin. Hope that it lives. Or I can just drop the sword. Then next turn I can equip plus play Paladin. Try to race, I guess. Yeah, I think it's alright. Not great, but here we go. Yeah, this game isn't looking that strong, I'll tell you that. That was where we were supposed to draw to Teferi. And I guess if we get an artifact, Paladin would be able to strap up Hammer and we'd be able to attack for what, 16? Oh, they're at 16. That's with them having nothing, though. Let's start with Stoneforge Mystic. Yeah, this actually doesn't matter. So now what if we strapped up this so that if we can resolve Paladin, then we can just equip stuff and it's already a pro-red creature, so that this could be good. All right, we want to deal them damage. Oh no! That's what I was afraid of. I F6 too fast. Dang it! I was like, what if I draw a 0-drop? We play those. Okay. This could still be very good for us. Even if we got like Shadow Sphere. Seems strong. Sword of Fire and Ice is at a hell of a place in this metagame, I'll tell you that. Well, we got annihilated our first 3 games, and then we've just rattled them off since then, so feeling a lot better about the deck than after we started this video. But we have not won this yet. Okay. Oh, they're dead. Oh, they're dead. The Thought Scour. Okay. Okay. You're very dead, friend. Okay. Mana. I guess I can actually... No, I can't. Okay. So here's this. We already got a hammer. I don't know what they can possibly have, but let's get a Shadow Sphere anyways. Equip. Equip. I'd like to attack with a gigantic creature. Core Outfitter! Let's go! Let's go, Core Outfitter! Bang! what we ever drawn? Just a land, but... Alright, so that first match we got destroyed. Maybe Blue-White Control is just a bad matchup. I could definitely see it being one, because they have marches, you know, they have all that kind of stuff, but our next 2 matches felt really good, so this is another deck I'm deeply considering now, so I've narrowed it down to maybe like, I don't know, 10 decks for SCG Dallas. Great. I'm going to do some more testing with this deck off screen. But remember, if you want to join my Patreon and figure out what deck I finally end up on and get a sideboard guide for that while you're there, join the link below, as well as the Mana Trader code if you want to save yourself 15% off your first 2 months subscription and maybe try out this sweet hammer deck. And if not, we'll see you tomorrow for another video. Peace!